can't see is they're a weed. They're keeping you from flourishing. The environment you put yourself in is extremely important. No matter how good the seed is, it's dependent on having good soil. You have to be selective with whom you give your time, energy, and attention, because people are contagious. You're going to catch what they have. If your friends are prejudiced, you're going to become prejudiced. If your friends have limited thinking, they don't have any goals, no motivation, that narrow-minded mentality is going to rub off on you. You're going to become like the people you continually associate with.
Find shield.
Don't hang around people that don't have anything you want. If they're not making you better, if they're not inspiring you, causing you to grow, then you need to make some changes. You need to pull up those weeds. Quit hanging around thorny friends, people that bring out the worst in you, talk you out of your dreams, cause you to compromise.
Watch your step.
Their negativity is contaminating your soil. Your destiny is too great to waste it with people that are not adding value to your life. Well, Joel, what if I hurt their feelings? What if you miss your destiny? What if they choke out your seed? What if they keep you from blossoming? I've heard it said, it's not enough to just focus on self-development. You have to focus on soil development, on what's around you, on what's influencing you, on what you're spending time and attention with. Are you putting your seed in good soil, or is it being contaminated by what you watch, by what you think about, by who you're spending time with? What you're unwilling to walk away from is where you'll stop growing. If you know a person is pulling you down, but you won't make a change, then you'll get stuck where you are. Your seed can't grow in bad soil. If you don't get rid of the wrong people, you'll never meet the right people. Here's the key. God will never ask us to give something up without giving us more back in return. And sure, you may go through a season of being lonely, but what will happen is God will give you new friends, better friends, people that push you up instead of pulling you down. In the scripture, God told Abraham to leave his country, leave his relatives, and go to a new land. Abraham left, he headed out, but he took his nephew Lot with him. He was only supposed to take his immediate family. Before long, Abraham and Lot had a disagreement. There was strife and arguing between their herdsmen. Then Lot moved to a different place and got in trouble. Abraham felt responsible, so he had to go rescue him. He spent all this time and energy involved in a problem that he should have never had if he would have left Lot in the first place. Some of the challenges we face are because we didn't leave who God told us to leave. What's interesting is the name Lot means veil or covering. When you leave Lot, when you leave what you know you're supposed to leave, the veil will come off. You will see things you've never seen, new friendships, new opportunities, new talents, new levels. Are you holding on to what God asked you to let go of? Someone, something that's pulling you down, keeping you from your best? Your seed can't flourish in a negative environment. That's keeping you from growing. And when I say leave, I don't mean you have to go make a big announcement. Hey, you're contaminating me. I'm done with you. I simply mean little by little, start spending less and less time with them. If you have a bunch of weeds, it's choking out your dreams, your vision, your character. At the office, that person you eat lunch with, that's always complaining about the boss, jealous of coworkers, mad at their spouse, I say this respectfully, they're a weed. They are contaminating your soil. They're keeping you from flourishing. And yes, they're made in the image of God. They can change, but until they do, you shouldn't let them pollute you. I'm nice to everyone, but I don't spend my time with everyone. I'm selective about who I allow in my life. I don't spend time with negative, critical, jealous, small-minded, can't do it, bitter people. I value what God has given me too much to put my seed in bad soil. We have a responsibility. God has given you a gift. He could have created anyone to be alive at this day and time, but He chose you. Your seed is full of potential. Your seed has greatness in it. Your seed can set a new standard for your family. Your seed can break generational curses. What God has given you is extremely valuable. Now do your part. Keep your seed in good soil. I have a row of bushes around my house, and for years they've been healthy and green, just as lush as can be. But several months ago, we noticed a few of them, all next to each other, started to look like something was wrong. They were a little shriveled up and not as green as they should be. A couple of weeks later, they were all dead, about 15 feet out of a long row of bushes. The landscaper came out. First thing he said was, "Let me check the soil." He ran some tests and found that the soil in that area had become contaminated. We had to dig it out and replace it. Now the new plants are just as healthy as the others. But sometimes we wonder why we feel kind of like we're shriveled and we're not growing. God, why aren't you doing anything? Check your soil. Has it become contaminated? Who are you spending time with? What are you giving your attention to? You can't watch the news all day and live a positive, faith-filled life. After about 20 minutes, you'll be depressed.
Special coming.
Pay attention to your environment. What are you taking in all day? A man told me how he drove an hour each way to work for 20 years listening to talk radio. It was a political station where they're debating politics and people arguing, being disrespectful, and he would get so wrought up, so mad. By the time he got to work, he was sour. Nobody wanted to be around him. He didn't even like himself. He had turned into a bitter, angry man. One day he was flipping through the channels and came across our Sirius XM station. He heard me speaking and couldn't turn it off. That was over a year ago.
Special
he said,
coming.
"Joel, I'm a different person. I'm happy. I'm friendly. People even ask me, what happened to you?" What was the problem all those years? His soil. That negativity was choking out his joy, his faith, his victory. We have enough negative things in life that we have no control
Live,
over.
gather.
Be selective about what you do have control over. Driving to work, put on something uplifting, music that inspires
Pulling
you.
in.
Listen to a message that builds your faith. Keep your seed in good soil. At home, don't leave the television on all day, chatter, noise in the background. That's your soil. This is the reason some people aren't growing. They're talented, they have potential, but their soil has become contaminated. You have to protect your seed. I know a professional football player that was diagnosed with cancer. He'd only been in the league a couple years. His dream came true, then he was hit with this diagnosis. He didn't fall apart. He didn't get bitter. He still lives at home. He told his mother that he didn't want anyone using the word cancer in his house. He didn't want that word down in his spirit. He knew if he was in a depressed environment, a feel sorry for me, you may not make it atmosphere, he wouldn't get well. His attitude was, I am healed, I am whole, I will play football again, I will fulfill my destiny. God is bigger than what I'm facing. What was he doing? Creating an environment of victory. He was keeping his seed in good soil. 2 years later, he was back in the league. When you face difficulties, more than ever, you need to keep your mind filled with thoughts of faith. You need to surround yourself with people that speak hope and life, people that will agree with what you're believing for. You can't afford to have people that are negative, discouraged, telling you how you may not make it. I don't know, my grandmother died of that same thing. Do yourself a favor, stay away from people like that. Don't let them pollute your soil. One time Jesus went to pray for a little girl that had died, and When he arrived at the house, everyone was weeping and so upset. He told them that she wasn't dead, she was just asleep. They began to laugh and make fun. Jesus asked them all to leave the room. Only one that stayed were Peter, James, and John. He spoke to the little girl and she was healed. Why did Jesus make them leave? He could have healed her in front of everyone. He's God. He was showing us the importance of having the right environment. People, if you allow them, can talk you out of your dreams. Their doubt and negativity can rub off on you. You have to set some boundaries. I love you, but I'm not going to let you poison me. I have a destiny to fulfill. I'm going to love you from outside the room. This is what happened with the Israelites. Moses sent 12 men to spy out the promised land. 10 came back and said, Moses, we don't have a chance. There are giants in the land. Compared to them, we felt like grasshoppers. The other 2 spies, Joshua and Caleb, had a different report. They said, Moses, we are well able. Let us go in at once and take this land. But the negative report from the majority, from the 10 spies, began to spread throughout the whole land. Before long, all 2 million Israelites were discouraged, complaining, saying, Moses, let's go back to Egypt. Let's just go back to being slaves. God had promised them the victory, but they never did make it in because their soil was contaminated. That seed couldn't grow in that negative environment. The people you surround yourself with are extremely important. Don't hang around can't do it people, not able to people. Yes, I know God promised you, but I don't see how you can get well. How you can meet the right person, how you'll break that addiction. Stay away from people like that. Find Joshua, find Caleb. Not people that will throw water on your flame, but people that will fan your flame. People that will join their faith with yours and say, hey, if you believe, count me in, I'm going to believe with you. When Henry Ford had a dream to make a car with an engine, he started developing it, but everyone told him it wouldn't work, that it wasn't a good idea. He was about to stop when Thomas Edison came to see him. They had never met. They introduced Mr. Ford as the man trying to build a car that would run on gasoline. Edison's eyes got big. He hit his fist on the table and said, you've got it. A car that has its own power plant, that's a brilliant idea. Henry Ford would tell how that conversation and that friendship is what kept him going. None of us would be driving a Ford if he had not found that good soil. The critics, the naysayers are a dime a dozen. 10 of the 12 spies were negative. That's about average. 80% will tell you what you can't do. You have to find the 20% that will tell you what you can do. The majority, most of the time, won't see what you see. They won't encourage you. You have to find the minority. And I believe that one reason I'm seeing God's favor is because I've been in good soil. And a lot of it, I can't